Let's talk engine swaps here real quick because I know people have been curious how I got my car barred for this B18C swap. Now, if you don't know anything about barring an engine, you probably don't live in California. But here in California, if you swap an engine that's not from your car originally into whatever chassis, you need to get it BAR certified. BAR means Bureau of Automotive Repair. And they're like a body in California that says, okay, your car is good to go, it's fully legal, you can't get in trouble for it. So for instance, this car came with an LS engine because this is an LS chassis car. And I dropped this B18C in here. For me to make this completely illegal where I don't get a ticket for swapping this in, I have to put everything factory on this swap and then bring it to the office, to the BAR office. They look at it, they inspect everything, and then they'll give me a stamp and I'm good to go. If I get pulled over, the cops look at it and say, well, this red top doesn't come with this car because this is an LS, then I'll show them my piece of paper and they can't do anything about it. But how do you get to that stage? Like, how do you get to that stage after you swapped in your engine, right? Well, it's kind of crappy, to be honest. So for me to make this completely legal, I would have to put the OEM header, OEM intake manifold, OEM intake, OEM fueling, all the OEM computer stuff, all the OEM evap, catalytic, the canisters, the fuel, everything that's completely OEM needs to go back in with that engine, including, I think, wiring harness. So it is a complete pain in the butt. Since this is a Georgia car, I didn't really need to do that when I was in Georgia. Like, I could swap this engine in and cops would be like, whatever, that's cool. But since I'm in California now, I have to abide by BAR regulations. So is this engine barred for my chassis? No, it's not. Now, a lot of people ask me this, like, how did you get your car barred in California? It's not. When I drive this on the street, which I rarely do because this is like an off-road use vehicle most of the time, I run the risk of getting a ref ticket. Meaning, you know, the ref can give me a ticket and say, hey, you got to come to the office. We got to inspect your car because this is illegal, right? And then I'll have to put everything back to stock and then go back to the office so they can look at it, and then they'll give me the piece of paper that says, okay, you're good to go. You can re-register your car. If I get pulled over and then they give me a ref ticket and I don't fix anything, I can't register this car for street use. So it kind of sucks, to be honest, here in California. I'm sure you guys already know this, especially in the automotive community. But for you to swap an engine to any car, to be honest, it doesn't have to be a Honda, you have to go through all that freaking nonsense. So yeah, I don't have this barred for California use. I rarely drive this car on the street. And I mean, I take it to the canyons here and there for testing, but it's kind of a pain. And if you do swap an engine in your car that doesn't belong in there, you just run the risk of getting a ref ticket. Most of the time you won't, but if you're doing stupid things and you're giving the cop a hard time, he's gonna give you a ticket and then you're gonna have to go to the ref and then figure it out, okay? So I've been pulled over on this car one time since I've owned this for like the last 10 plus years now. 10? No, more, 12 years. Because my dad gave it to me 12 years ago. I got pulled over for an exhaust, right? Because it was too loud or whatever, or it looked too shiny, so he pulled me over even though it wasn't loud. And the cop was super cool. He was like, what you got in the hood? I'm like, nothing legal. And he laughed his ass off. And then he told me, hey man, I used to have an Integra back in college, so I know about these cars. So when you get pulled over by a cop and you know you have illegal mods, just be truthful and you'll probably get away from the ticket. So the cop ended up giving me a choice, like, do you want an exhaust ticket or do you want a front plate ticket? And I was like, give me the front plate ticket because that's easy to clear and I don't have to go to the CHP office, the highway patrol, to get it signed off. So yeah, there's that. So be nice to cops. Cops know about cars more than you think because a lot of them are car people. I have a lot of cop friends who are car people, and that's how you can get away from tickets. I mean, you'll find guys who are angry all the time and they'll give you a ticket anyways and give you a hard time. But if you're just nice and respectful, you'll get away from a lot of that stuff. But yeah, just recapping, how do you bar an engine in California? You have to put every single emission stuff in there from the factory, including wiring and ECU. Then you got to go to the BAR office. They sign off on it and then you're good to go. Then you can mod from there, right? Then if the cop pulls you over, he's like, well, you're not supposed to have this engine. Well, it's barred. Then he'll just say, well, you're not supposed to have this mod. And that's another story. But yeah, this is not barred. So yeah, if you guys are outside California, you are lucky because you don't have to deal with this crap. But I know a lot of people think that you can't mod your cars in California because you're gonna get a ticket left and right. Actually all of my cars are modified, and the last time I got a ticket was for the front plate ticket on this car 5 years ago. And I drive these cars, you know, on the weekends. And my Genesis is my daily and it's loud. So yeah, it's not like you can't modify your cars in California. Just don't drive like an idiot and be respectful, and then you should be okay. I mean, I feel like that's universal anywhere you go. But yeah, there's this like thing online where you can't modify your cars in California. Not really. I mean, a lot of modified cars around here. Just don't speed, don't do stupid things where you're not supposed to. And if you want to do stupid things, don't do it in public. Hope that helps.